anticipation of this showdown we have coming. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on last year's national champions, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will have first crack at this one. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era, just guys that toted the rock with some physicality, just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
They're going to ride this running back. Makes a man miss. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see, just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. He's got the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run the sneak for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Surging forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Gets away from one, finds room. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. And now move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. You think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Using his legs, it's Hawkins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell he just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Snagged in the middle, it's Davidson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The play action fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Leaves it with the back, and he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Razorbacks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Past the first down marker and still running.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
The QB did a great job hanging in the pocket, showing great toughness. But I will tell you this, that offensive coordinator ain't happy. He doesn't want to see those hits continue to pile up on his QB.
A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And to to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play.
Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the...
Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got a man. It's Hawkins. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 15. The The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Razorbacks are on the move. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for space. It's Hawkins. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Golden. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Oh, spins away. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
There he goes! Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark it down at the 27.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Singleton. At the 45 on its way. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Breaks headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something.
Free up the gut. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Chucked it away just as he was hit. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
For the offense.
winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job.